In this video, we're going to be using Dollar Tree wood arrows for sublimation. These are some raw wood arrows that I found at the Dollar Tree, and I thought they were really cute, and I wanted to try doing sublimation on them. These come with a cord that has got some metal holding them on there, anchoring them. So I'm going to be taking them off, and it is about almost 14 inches long and 4 inches in height. I just used this needle nose pliers to pull these little metal nails out. And the reason for taking them out is so that there is no uneven pressure points when we are pressing this. I'm going to be using HTV Ront sublimation paper for this project. This is 125 and it's 8.5 by 14 in size.
All right, we're going to start a new Word document so that we can design what we're going to be putting on these cute arrows. So what I did is I opened a new Word document and I'm going to go into layout because we are going to be doing 8.5 by 14 and we are going to do it in landscape mode, and I'm going to be setting my margins to 0. Now I've downloaded some images that I think will look really good on this arrow from my Creative Fabrica All Access account. So I'm going to start, I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to insert a picture from my downloads here. Go ahead, downloads. Here, oh, there, they were there. All right, so I really like this Southwest image that I found. So I'm bringing that in, and I'm going to need to do the wrap and through feature so that I can move this around on the page. So now I'm going to stretch this out because I want this to go all the way to the end, because we're going to need that full length, because this arrow is about 14 inches long and about 4 inches in height. So I'm actually going to shrink this down because I don't need to have all of this, although I want it to look very Southwestern, have that Southwestern look. So I'm going to pull this in the middle of the page here. And now you can see that it's almost 5 inches tall and it's 14.1 inches long. And that's about all that we can do here. Let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as length goes. I'm hoping that this just catches right on the edge of that. So now we're going to insert another image, and I found some really cute arrows. And I think I like this one, but I'm thinking I'm going to go with this real simple one here. And so again, we're going to do, oops, I lost my arrow. We're going to do the wrap and through so that that comes up onto this Southwest background. And now I'm going to stretch this arrow out so that it gets right down. I don't want it too terribly long because we have plenty of room for it. I'm going to shrink this a little bit here, pull it back a little bit. I want it to be just the right length. So I think that looks good. So that's probably the length that I'm going to keep it at here. And so, but I can move this around to get this arrow right in the spot that I'd really like it to be. So while I'm going to move this, I want it to be in that color in a spot where you're going to be able to see the arrow. So I am going to actually shrink this down so that I can, let's see, I'll send this backwards. So I sent that arrow backwards so that I can actually stretch this out a little bit more. And now I will send this backwards so that the arrow comes up, because I want this arrow in a spot that you're going to be able to see it. So I'm going to send it backward again so that I can move this. Now I will send this back and got the arrow up front again. I kind of like it right here in the middle. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to send the arrow backwards. Or I'm sorry, send this backwards. And I'm going to move this again. And now I'll send this backwards and get my arrow in there. I kind of like that in that spot. It's looking real good in that area. Maybe one more time. So this backwards and move this a little bit here. And bring the arrow forward, send this backward. So I'm hoping that this is about the 4 inches here and that that'll fit nicely in my design. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go File and Print. And I'm going to go into my printer properties. I'm going to be using an Epson EcoTank 2760 that I have converted over to sublimation printing by adding sublimation ink. And so I'm going to go into the printer properties here. It's going to let me here. And we want to make sure that we have premium presentation paper matte. We want to make sure that we have quality as high. And then we're going to go to more options. And in image options, we want to make sure we have emphasize more and emphasize thin lines. And we're going to hit OK. And we want to make sure we have high speed off. And we want to make sure that we're going to be mirroring our image. So we are going to hit OK. And then I am going to go and print this.
While my image is printing, I am going to preheat my press to 385 degrees Fahrenheit, and I am going to set it for a 60-second press time. My image is almost done printing, and my press is almost at 385 degrees. I added a silicone mat to my press. It really helps to avoid uneven pressure points. And so I have the link below for this mat in case you're interested in getting it. So while my press is heating up, I'm just going to put this arrow on protective paper, and I am just going to put it and press it for just a few seconds to make sure that we're not getting any moisture left in there. So I'm just going to press it for 10 or 15 seconds. It's not up to the 385 degrees, but I'm just going to press it, and then I'm going to open it up here, and I'm just going to look at it here, and it looks great. So I am actually going to just let this sit underneath while it's warming up. I'm not going to press it again, but I'm just going to let it sit underneath there. Well, as far as size goes, it's pretty good here. I did overextend my arrow a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead with this. I'm going to tape this on here, and then we will go from there. Here I have put my arrow down on top of the image, the side that I want to press the image onto down on the image, and then I am lightly taping this with heat-resistant tape. Now I have flipped the whole thing over so that the arrow is down with the image on top of the arrow, on top of protective paper, and it is on top of that silicone mat. I use a Teflon sheet on top of the sublimation paper when I am pressing wood, and I am going to be pressing this at 385 degrees Fahrenheit for 60 seconds. All right, that was 60 seconds. Now I'm just going to do a peek. Oh yeah, that looks like it's coming out pretty good there. Hopefully that was long enough. Oh, the colors turned out very, very vibrant. I am very happy with this. Now here I'm just taking that cord and I am going to be hot gluing it back on so that I can hang it. So here I am in my camper, and I found a really good spot for the arrow. I think it looks really good there. I needed something light in that spot and to give all of this dark stuff some color. So I think it goes really good there, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So here is a close-up of the finished product hanging. And again, I think it turned out well. I did not staple the cord back on. I just hot glued it and it hangs just fine. Thank you for watching my video. Links for items that I used are in the description below, and have a great day.